everyone. Welcome back to Monkey Gland Podcast. This week's episode is a bit different and has no video, so I wanted to take the time to explain this episode for you guys. This episode was mine and Anthony's first attempt at recording the first original episode for MGP. This episode was, however, not released as expected, and we then planned to release this as a special episode later down the line when we felt it was right, and that time is now. Thanks for listening to the podcast, guys, and we hope you guys enjoy the episode.
Hello, and welcome to the Monkey Gland Podcast. I almost forgot what we were called. I'm Anthony, and
I'm Kade. So this is a new venture for us.
And yeah, here we are.
Yeah.
We wanted to do a podcast because, what was it, last weekend?
Last weekend.
We were sitting here at this table and just talking, and we were like, it was kind of
we were talking about just random stuff.
Just telling stories and whatnot. I don't even remember what we were talking about.
We were talking about you going to the bartending classes.
Yeah.
And then I was asking you all these questions. I was like, man, we should do a podcast.
Yeah. And I think that that's the origin of any great podcast.
Yeah. Starts off with a great story.
Or more people that are just talking and
it could be
like,
one,
we should record
I feel
this.
like.
Well, yeah, but how often do you just talk to yourself and think, man, I need to record these thoughts?
My eyes are aiming towards the computer for some reason. So
I'm looking at our voice go up and down.
Maybe I should turn it around so we can't see it.
Okay.
And we'll just do it like that.
I feel like you can still see it, but no, I can't.
I can still see it.
Okay.
There we go. We'll do it like that. Oh, yeah. There we go. All right. Sorry about that.
Okay. Solid.
Yeah.
Now, if we stop recording, we'll have no idea.
Well, yeah.
Then we'll lose everything, and we'll just be talking to ourselves right now.
But that's the risk I'm willing to take.
That's life in the fast lane.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're here. I can't believe it.
Yeah. Well, I can because I live here.
Yeah, you
so
live
I'm here quite often. But we're recording a podcast, and that's what I can't believe.
And I forgot to put a timer on, so we understand.
Okay, let's just look at what time it is. I think we can say to the lovely viewers at home that it is 9:46 p.m. And if they use that information to assassinate us, then they kind of deserve it.
Right.
You know?
So, do you kind of want to explain to anybody that's listening what our goal is? Like, Just explain what the point of the podcast is.
Okay, you're putting the pressure on me.
I'm not putting the pressure on you. I can explain it if you don't want to.
I think from my current perspective, the point of the podcast is that there is no point of the podcast.
Okay,
I
like that.
Just, it's like a time capsule to... See, now you've got me overthinking. This is what I did not need to do.
Don't overthink it, Anthony.
What's the point of the podcast? I think we just want to talk and get off tangent.
Yeah.
And just go crazy and get completely.
We start somewhere and we end up wherever we want.
Yeah.
Wherever it ends up is where we're planning on
exactly
going.
I sound like a monk, like spouting poetry with my speech patterns. Okay.
All right. So
this is solid.
Yeah, this is the Monkey Gland Podcast.
Monkey Gland.
We spent all week thinking of what we should name this podcast. And then we were on so many different roads of what we were going to name it.
Which had nothing to do with monkeys or glands.
No.
Of any sort.
And then Anthony texted me the other day, and it was the perfect name, I thought. I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, I think it's
just because it's so weird and unique,
it's memorable.
Like you said. Yeah, it's memorable.
Yeah, it's memorable and unique, which I think is... I don't know. Should we pretend like there's a deeper meaning?
No.
I don't think we should.
I don't think we should. So, yeah.
Because maybe that's what we're trying to capture. Well, no, I'm going too far again. I've gone too far. Okay, reel me back in.
This is the first podcast, man.
It is.
We're just talking.
And that's what it will always be.
Yeah.
It's just talking, because that's what a podcast is.
Hmm?
And you don't need to watch a 22-minute video on how to not make music, or whatever that guy was even trying to say.
Right.
Because here we are recording a podcast and not making music and adding this and that and then taking those things away because he said you don't need them anyway.
The whole tutorials, I think we'll learn along the way.
We started off with some technical difficulties.
We spent at least 45 minutes updating the computer. And
my old computer, which may have been partially my fault because it was completely dead at 0% and had not been plugged in for probably like a year.
It's part of the journey, man.
It is. And you know what they say? It's not the destination, it's the journey? Is that what they say?
I don't think so.
Okay. But Nobody says that? No. It's
A
something
part
like
of I don't know. I was gonna say a part of the journey is the end, but we're nowhere near the end.
that. Well, what at the end of what, though?
I was
Maybe
just
we
trying to
are.
figure it.
We could be dead tomorrow.
Yeah, it's
We could
true.
be dead right now.
Yeah, live every day like it's your last.
I could choke on my tongue.
Don't choke on your tongue.
Okay, I won't. That wasn't a threat. I was just saying. I could. I could have a heart attack.
You
I could
could.
have spontaneous
Anybody could.
death syndrome.
Yeah. So yeah, here we are.
Yeah.
We're doing this.
Solid. This is
So all right, maybe we should do this. So what are your thoughts on this? And I'll explain. I'll share my thoughts after.
on currently recording this podcast.
On just starting a podcast. What do you think?
Well, I've almost started many things along the years. At one point, you and I almost started a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And we talked about it extensively, and then we're like, we're definitely going to do this, and then we definitely never did.
I can't remember that very well.
I definitely remember that.
What was it going to be about?
I don't think we really. I think we wanted to do skits, and
Skits? Oh, because
yeah.
You know what it
We
was?
wanted to write like funny scenarios or something.
You know what it was? I think because we were watching the Shia LaBeouf cannibal video.
Yes,
I think
yes.
that's what started it.
Yes,
And we wanted to do little videos like that.
that is what started it. We wanted to do a music video to that song in the woods out back of my house.
Yes.
Of
And I think
one of us as Shia LaBeouf murdering all of our friends.
yeah, which the actual video that is awesome.
It is great.
If you
It
guys
is
haven't
excellent.
watched that video,
Great
you need
choreography.
to
What
watch
is
that
it? What is the video called? I think it's just called Shia
It's
LaBeouf.
called Actual Cannibal, and it's
It is? I thought it was just called
Or it's
Shia
just-
LaBeouf.
I thought it was just
And
called
what's it? Rob Cantor or something?
yeah Rob
That's his
Cantor,
name?
and it's called Cannibal.
What?
Dash.
It
Shia
is?
LaBeouf.
I
Yeah,
thought it was
look.
just called Shia LaBeouf.
Let me look at my phone.
Okay. Either way, no matter what it's called, that's what it was that we wanted to make a video to.
Yeah.
Because my parents used to live like back up against the woods
Yeah.
of State Park, and we wanted to like this whole video is like a victim running through the woods from Shia LaBeouf the cannibal.
Okay,
So we
it
wanted
is.
to
It
reenact
is
that.
just called Shia LaBeouf Live.
Shia LaBeouf
Rob
Rob Cantor.
Cantor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
But
probably watched that video.
there's an animated version that's called Actual Cannibal Shia LaBeouf.
I've never seen that.
You haven't saw the animated version?
No, is it by him, or is it like some fan made thing like we would have made?
It's
But-
by
but
a
probably
fan. It's
better.
by a fan. It's better. Dude.
I'm sure
It's- have you
much
never
better
watched
than-
it?
I don't think so. I mean, I've seen the original video like 100 times. I don't think I've ever seen the animated one.
It's awesome. Because like it actually is like showing what you think would be happening in this whole scheme.
Maybe I have seen it.
But the good thing about the original video is at the end when Shia LaBeouf's... Well, I don't know if I want to ruin it for you guys, but I'm going to ruin it anyways. And when he's
like a
actually at the
2-minute video.
clapping at the end,
Yeah.
that's the best part.
And you know what? When I first watched that, for the first while that I was a fan of that video, I thought he was wearing a fake beard. Because I had never seen him with a beard before.
Who,
But
Shia
when he-
LaBeouf?
Yeah, because when he stands up at the end, he's got a big beard.
Yeah, it's true.
And I was like,
I'm always used to seeing
That's
him in
funny.
Transformers.
Shia
Babyface.
LaBeouf has got a big fake beard on for no reason.
Yeah, for sure.
But then I saw him in other things, and then, he did the whole just do it thing
Yeah.
whenever he was, like, standing in front of a green screen just going crazy.
He did
I don't know.
He's
what
he's
that
not
was
done
about.
a lot of new movies here recently.
No, I haven't seen him.
He did one called Peanut Butter Falcon. That's the most recent movie I've watched of him. And it's about him and Dakota Johnson, the girl that plays on 50 Shades of Grey. And there's this kid... I know. There's this kid that plays... He's autistic. And he wants to be a wrestler. And basically, Shia LaBeouf's having problems with these dudes. Because he's had a bad... I guess...
Life?
yeah.
Okay.
And so he's dealing with these dudes, and he meets this kid that has autism, and he's trying to help him become a wrestler. It's kind of hard to explain. I don't want to kind of ruin it for anybody that's wanting to watch it.
In what year do you think that came out?
It came out this year. Oh, not 2020, 2019.
2019. Okay,
Yeah.
well, I think the most recent thing I've seen him in is either one of the Transformers, movies,
which is a long time ago.
or Indiana Jones: The Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
He was
in
in
like
Indiana
2010.
Jones?
Yeah, he was in the fourth one that they came out like 30 years later, just randomly.
Yeah. Just making sure we're still recording here.
We are.
Yeah.
I can feel it. I can sense that we're live,
We're live, man.
but we're not though.
We're not live.
We're not live. We are alive.
We are alive. We're recording live, which you guys will hear sooner or later, whenever.
But I figure out how. I don't think that we are though, because if you're recording live, that means it's going straight.
Like
out.
it's like if I'm live streaming on Twitch. I guess that's meant. So we're recording. We'll just say we're recording.
We are.
And if
you doubt us, you're a fool because you're listening to a recording right now.
Yeah. I think we're making good progress with our first podcast here. I thought I was going to be a lot more nervous than what...
No, man. Well, I'm sure the chances that people that we don't know are going to listen to this particular podcast, I think, are relatively low.
Yeah, that's true.
And you know what? If we don't know them, then what's it matter anyway?
Yeah.
And here they are. They've been listening to our podcast for probably like 10 minutes.
Almost. I think it might be like 5, actually.
Okay, whatever. And they're
10,
still here.
10 minutes.
They're still here.
They are still here.
So thank you for staying.
Yeah.
And not leaving. But
if you guys are watching this 2 years in the future and we have millions of views and
millions of bazillions of everything.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. We're very grateful, I'm sure.
Yeah, we are very grateful.
Yes.
And
thank you for making me a millionaire. Every time I turn on my Ferrari, I think of you, dear viewer.
Every time I fly my Ferrari, too.
You're right. It's the future.
Yeah, it's the future, man. 2 years, though. I mean,
the future is now. Yeah. In 2 years, we're going to have flying Ferraris. Can you believe that?
Yeah, I can believe it.
Oh.
Maybe not, but I want to believe it.
I think that we will.
I think Elon Musk will create a flying Tesla.
I think that he would certainly like to. I mean, he's flown a Tesla into space because it was on like his SpaceX ship. He shot a Tesla into space.
Did he?
Yeah, it was in his like SpaceX, I don't know, shuttle, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
There was a Tesla in there.
Nice.
I think
what did he do with the
first car in
Tesla?
space. He just shot it up there to be the first car in space.
So it's just sitting up there right now?
No, it was in the shuttle, so it's back.
So he just put it up there.
I think the shuttle just went up and came back, right?
I didn't watch the video.
I'm sure there's more than just a video. He's not a YouTuber.
I didn't watch whatever it was that he posted.
I looked at the memes. That's how I learned about
memes.
News. That's how I learned about news.
Dude, the memes are everything nowadays.
Yeah.
Dude, we
it's
were
more
talking
reliable
about
news source.
We were talking about last week how we were going to have memes about our podcast sooner or later.
Yes.
Hopefully there's memes out right
That's
now
the plan.
in the future.
Maybe there are. Right now, while I'm texting and flying while I'm looking at memes, which is okay because we're the only people with flying Ferraris.
We're not actually flying. It's things flying
it's automated.
itself.
Yeah.
It's flying itself.
So I'm looking at these memes and I'm saying, "Oh, good job."
And we don't even have phones anymore. It's just
a
projection through our eyeballs. Contact lenses. We're going a little bit too far.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's an implant, like in Halo. They like put a chip in the back of their brain, and then I don't really know what it does, but I know they.
It's weird to think about the future like that.
I mean, it's the future now, and we have some stuff that's kind of crazy, but also we just still drive cars with combustion engines.
Yeah. That
have 4 rubber tires that roll on the ground. So in that way, we're not flying. We don't have flying cars.
We don't have flying cars.
In 1980, every movie thinks that we have flying cars now. But
Back to the Future.
And look at the decade that we're in. 2020.
2020, man.
The 2020s. The roaring 20s?
The new 20s.
And I've heard argument that we're not actually in the 20s yet. But that 2020 is the last year of the 2010s. But I don't buy that.
What are you talking about?
That's what people are saying. Like,
they say
everyone's like, "Oh, we're in a new decade."
It's not even the 20s. It is the 20s. They're talking about because in they were thinking because we're 20, not 29 or
29.
Because in 1920,
yeah,
that was of the 1,000 year. 19.
Yeah,
we're in 2000.
Yeah,
20.
Yes, 2020.
20.
Yes,
I guess they think that because.
They're just saying that by definition of being a decade, that it doesn't start at the 0, but it starts at the 1.
At the 1.
Which makes no sense.
It doesn't make sense.
Like the year 2000.
That's the start of the decade. That's the start of the decade. We are the start of the...
I don't know. People on the internet. Those darn internet
They're crazy.
maniacs.
Just like the flat earthers. I love watching videos of people argue with them.
No. What if people are listening to this in the future and we have a large fan base that are flat earthers and now you're upsetting
I love you guys.
You're morons, but we love you.
Exactly. I mean, you guys believe what you want. Yeah.
You're wrong, but you can believe it.
Yeah, exactly.
It could be flat. I could be Flat Stanley.
The Earth is flat, and they're just laughing at us right now.
Yeah. You're right. Maybe in the future we find out.
Yeah.
And as I'm looking at memes of my flying Ferrari, I'm like, oh man.
I watched a video.
We're going to fly so high that we can look down and see that the Earth is flat.
I watched a video and it said that this dude thought, like, his belief on how the Earth is flat is that, like, around the edges of the Earth was like a 10,000 foot ice ball, like,
Yep, I've heard that.
like Game of Thrones or something.
I have heard that, but I don't see how you can justify that.
I can't buy it.
I mean, what about the people that take ships? I mean, if we're just going to pretend that planes don't exist, what about the people that used to take ships?
Ships have
from port
all
to
the way
port,
across the world.
like all the way. Yeah.
We have Google.
I mean,
images.
supposedly Christopher Columbus found the Americas accidentally because he was looking for
the end of the Earth,
China or India. I think he was trying to get to India, but he got, I don't know. He was stupid.
Who named the America? Who named it? Like, who came up with these names?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Because we could be.
Who came up with the word America?
Yeah, who could? Like, we could be India right now, and like
We could be India.
Like
you mean by name?
Somebody could have named us India, and
Cool.
like we would have
Yeah,
thought it.
they could have called us anything.
South India,
Butt-cheekville.
Butt-cheekville.
We
Yeah.
could be the United States of Butt-cheekville, and nobody would think anything of it.
No, it just.
would just be that
our
that's the way
butt
it
cheeks
always
would
was.
have different names.
You're right.
Our North Americas.
Yeah, they'd be called
You know
our
what I mean?
Americas. Sure. But wait, we wouldn't be Butt-cheekville, and then it'd just be Central America and South America. Because then people would make fun of us.
Well, we'd be like Butt-cheekville, and then there'd be like a Nippleville, and
Oh yeah, maybe the whole world is.
and then our
would be
nipples
based.
would be like South America, and then
So this is like the butterfly effect.
yeah, I'd say if it happened
Yeah, this
in
is
an
a,
alternate
this is
universe.
This is a complicated situation of the inverted what if butterfly effect.
Yeah,
That's good.
yeah,
We need to write a book about that now.
we could.
I
We're
don't
selling
really
it
want to.
actually. We have
Yes,
sold
it's
1
out.
million
Our
copies.
book, by the time you're listening to this, our book is out, and we are probably New York Times bestseller.
We're predicting.
Maybe
our
we're on
future.
Oprah. I hear there's a
Or
lot of
we
books
are
on
the
Oprah.
Oprah new. We are the new
Oh,
Oprah.
we're the
now.
new Oprah. We've replaced her.
She's our stage director.
Hmm.
Poor Oprah, man.
That's
I'm
good.
sorry, Oprah.
Yeah.
You deserve better. You
No,
get a
we
car.
pay her well.
You get
We
a
pay her
car.
well. She's a billionaire.
Okay.
So if she's working for us, she clearly wants to.
We've
we've-
invented a new tier of money.
Yes.
Like-
A new tier of money.
Yeah, a new tier of whatever.
That's solid. Yeah.
Of numbers.
I agree. We will invent a new tier of numbers.
Whatever
Which-
the next one would be. I don't know. I think the highest anybody has personally.
What you mean, like as far
A
as
person.
counting?
Huh?
You mean like people
I
counting?
mean
or
just
what?
counting, yeah.
Okay.
I mean the highest amount of money I think people have personally is like billions. I don't think anybody has trillions of dollars.
No, I don't think so. I mean, I know we're trillions in debt.
Oh, God.
The U.S. government, but
We are
no, I don't think anybody's a trillionaire. There's a big difference between billion and trillion.
Yeah, huge. There's a big difference between billion and million.
Yeah, there's a really big difference. Yeah, who's the richest man on earth right now?
It's not Bill Gates anymore.
Is it Jeff
It's
Bezos?
Amazon.
Jeff
Amazon
Bezos,
guy. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, his ex-wife, he got divorced. His ex-wife is the richest woman on the planet. Just because she was married to him and she divorced him and got like $40 billion or something.
She's set.
$20 billion.
She's set.
Yeah, I would say so, yeah.
Yeah. Her kids.
I don't even know
her
how-
kids' kids are.
How
probably
could you even consider of any sort of way to spend $1 billion on anything? I could buy everything I could ever want and more, and just
and you wouldn't
be
make
sickened.
a dent. There's
No.
there's a website that has all it basically puts all Bill Gates' money in one thing, and it gives you options on what you buy. I saw this one person buy 8 houses that were $10 million a piece, and all these pieces of land, 900 acres of land, but multiple times, and all these cars. And it didn't even look like his number changed. Just the last 2 digits
Yeah.
changed. And it kind of is crazy to think about it like that. That people have that much money.
Yeah. And what
But I
would
guess-
what would they ever do with all of it? I don't know.
I guess run their business. But their business probably makes more money than what they got.
And then what do they do when they retire and they have $50 billion? What are you going to do with
I guess
that? What would you do with $1 billion when you retire. It's like, that's too much money.
You give it to your kids, and I guess your family is just rich
for like the rest of eternity.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
unless you
what avail?
Unless you got a bad gambling problem.
Really bad.
Really bad.
If you can find a casino where you can bet $1 billion at a time.
Yeah. I don't think you can do that.
No, because if you won once, the casino would be bankrupt.
Yes.
Unless it was like Tropicana, like some kind of huge casino chain or something. But they would never do that either.
No, nobody would let them do that. Or they wouldn't let themselves do that.
It would probably be a very bad idea for them because if they did, I'm sure the government would try to take half of it if they did win.
Yeah.
So either way, whoever won would be losing.
Right.
What?
What?
Why are we talking about $1 billion gambling? How do we get on this? I forget.
I don't know what we were talking about. We were
Flying
talking
cars,
about
$1
flying cars, and we got into like money, I guess.
Well, yeah. Well,
we were talking about our
future.
future.
He's a billionaire, isn't he?
Elon Musk?
Yeah, he's a billionaire.
Is he a billionaire?
Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure because he's like CEO or president or something of SpaceX and Tesla.
What is SpaceX exactly? I guess it's some sort of space
It's like his
technology.
private space exploration company.
Did he create it? Like, did he create the technology?
I mean, not solely. He's
No,
got a team for it and everything.
right.
But yeah, I mean, I think he's
The idea of it.
perhaps. I don't really know.
That's something I need to look up.
I
I feel like in the future we might have like little like laptops in front of us that we can
for instant communication with the web.
Yeah.
No, we need somebody like we need Adam just over there, and we're like, Adam, Google that, and he's just got it
Yeah.
on his fingertips.
Adam, you've been on 7 podcasts. By the time
yes.
Yeah.
Adam, you're a multi-millionaire podcast legend for coming onto our show 7 times. And you're also the manager of the podcast by now, I'm sure.
Right. Yeah. Hopefully we don't listen to this later in the years and we think it's cringy. I think it's awesome. I think we're doing a good job so far. I don't think it's cringy.
Now I don't know.
I don't think it's cringy.
I don't think that when are we going to just listen to it?
Huh?
When are we going to listen to this in the future?
We'll listen to it probably right after this. I mean, I know I probably will.
Yeah, well, okay. Well, oh man, now it's
Are
like
you going to, or should we not?
Self.
Or should we not?
I don't know. I think we should listen to part of it to see. Yeah, we should listen to part of it to make sure everything sounds good on the recording.
Yeah.
But then I don't know. Then I think it's just straight. Is it not recording?
Let me check.
Is it not?
I'm pretty sure it's recording.
Oh gosh.
It
like it went to sleep mode.
It went to sleep mode.
Oh.
So, guys, I'm sorry if it's not.
If you're not listening to this, then we're sorry because that means. Are we good?
Hold on, 1 second.
Okay. Yeah, we had a plethora of technical difficulties trying to get this going, and shall they end
We're still
now?
going. We're still going.
Okay, so we're solid.
Yeah, we're still going.
But it didn't just like resume. Like it's been recording the whole time.
Yeah, and there's a timer on this, by the way.
Well, what to say? What are we at?
We're at 22 minutes.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
We're good.
Okay, so if it
Should
goes
we turn off sleep mode or something?
If it goes in sleep mode, it doesn't matter. But I feel like we should. All right, let's just keep on
I
talking.
don't know how to do that.
We'll keep on talking, and I'll turn it into sleep mode.
Okay, dear listeners, if you're hearing the careless clicks and taps of a keyboard,
we're sorry, man. We're sorry.
No, I'm not.
You're not sorry.
No, because that is art.
It is art.
Incarnate.
Yeah, for sure.
This is, nothing comes for free. Everything takes a modulum of labor.
Right.
Is that the wrong word?
I don't know.
Is that a real word?
I think it should be. We'll make it a word.
I'm good. It's a word now.
Have you told them about our what are we going to name our tangents?
Oh, no, but this is good.
Yeah,
should you say it?
No, you should say it.
Okay.
You should say it.
Who came up with it, though? Did you come up with it?
You and Adam came up with it.
Okay, well,
we were
I feel
just
like
on FaceTime with Adam.
Okay, all right. Yeah, anyway, whenever we go on a tangent on this show, the Monkey Gland Podcast, it is officially labeled as a Monkey Glandgent, which is currently pending, this is patent pending, copyright pending, trademark, something like that.
Now,
so don't take that.
In the future, it is the #1 most said thing.
Yes.
Ever.
Please buy our merch. I'm sure if our merch one day exists,
I don't know how to do it.
Buy it. You don't know how to do merch, or you don't know how to do sleep.
I don't know how to do sleep
mode.
mode.
Well, then just leave it. It's fine.
We're just going to leave it.
If it was still recording, did you have to put in the password again?
Yes.
Okay. Well, now what if the viewers know how many characters are in our password?
Well, then they're geniuses if they find out.
You're right. And if you do, you deserve it, and you can have the podcast.
Yeah.
If you hack us...
There's another owner of the Monkey Gland Podcast right now.
There is. Immediately.
They're making fun of us right now on a YouTube video, playing this.
Oh, no. They're re-editing this.
Yeah.
To sound like Nazi propaganda or something. Probably.
Yeah. I feel like we should turn this around. Because I feel like I'm comfortable enough.
Are you twisting it the wrong way?
No, I'm twisting it the right way.
Okay. Twisting?
I'm twisting it.
Okay. Twisting it in it the right way.
The right way, yeah. So you see, there's our timer right there. We're at 25 minutes.
Okay. See, it is kind of like, I feel like out of the corner of my eye I'm being like stared down by Medusa or something.
Yeah. That's why we turned it around. That's why we turned it around.
I think it's fine.
I'm used to it now. I think I'm used to it.
We got used to it by it not existing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, here we are. We're looking at it now.
Yes, I can't stop looking at it. It's mesmerizing. Look at all the little lines and dots and boops. Like what? Boop, boop, boop. That's gonna look nice.
It'll sooner or later we'll have it to where we don't have to look at this.
Okay, that's nice. Okay.
We're just watching our voices.
Okay, let's not watch the voices anymore. Let's look around.
Okay, that's what we were doing. We were just talking. We were talking.
Yes. But we weren't really talking about anything.
We're on a Monkey Gland.
We were on a glangent.
We're on a glangent.
Okay, so
we need multiple glandgents.
We need to come up with a good backlog of puns that we can really just lean back on and effortlessly go with the pun.
What?
Like puns intended.
Like pooping with your shoes on?
No, that's not a pun. That's just absolutely classic.
Like an inside joke.
One day, perhaps we'll disclose.
We'll explain that.
Or maybe
Adam's got to be on the podcast.
Yeah, we got to wait till Adam comes in.
You guys are sooner or later understand what pooping with your shoes on.
Hopefully you know about pooping with your shoes on.
By now.
Because you should always poop with shoes on.
Always. We'll explain that later.
Yes. At least if you're Adam.
Or solely Adam.
Perhaps it's just what we say to keep Adam safe.
Right. I forgot to tell him that.
Is this... I think we're slandering Adam now.
No. He always makes sure he poops with his shoes on. I feel it. I know he does.
I know he's safe. He's smart.
Yeah, he's smart.
I'm sure he's being safe. Always poop with your shoes on.
Yeah, always. Okay, enough about pooping with your shoes on.
Yes. Now that we've said poop 30 times within 1 minute...
At least 30.
We can proceed.
Just to make sure, poop. Okay,
poop.
That's yes. 30. At least 30 more.
At least poop.
Okay, we've done enough.
Poop jokes are funny.
Yeah.
And there's no denying that. And if you want to act like you're too mature for a poop joke, then you're lying to yourself and you're really just keeping yourself from enjoying life at its fullest potential.
Right, yeah. Poop is one of the greatest things you can fall back on.
Okay, so that I disagree with. As far as physically.
Physically falling back on that.
Although, speaking of falling back, I do have a story from when we went bowling today. I went bowling with my dad and Adam.
Okay.
And my dad was going up to throw the ball. It was in our last game, so I guess he was already tired kind of and everything. It was like at the end of the day. He was going up to throw the ball, and his foot went like over the foul line. Like just a couple inches. He says maybe just like 3 inches.
Right.
But, those bowling shoes already have no grip, and the lanes are oiled. So when his foot gets on there, it just took off. And his whole body, he just went down like a sack of potatoes, like, boom! It was super loud. He slid out. He slid like 6 or 7 feet into down the lane, like immediately. Like not in the gutter, but like down the lane. It was just like...
All the oil patterns are messed up.
They probably were. We left soon after. But yeah, he just went down like a pound of bricks. Like he just went... Huge thud. All of a sudden he was immediately down. And then I went over there.
Was he hurt?
No, he said he was fine. I went over there and asked him if he was all right, and I helped him up. And
I'm sure you had a quick laugh.
He said he was fine. Adam thought it was hilarious, but only because there was a misunderstanding with something I said. He thought, funnily enough, I was making a poop joke.
A poop joke?
Later on, but I was not.
That's probably how you thought of this,
But he was laughing because I thought it was a poop joke. No, I thought of it
What
because
was the poop joke supposed to...
You said something about dropping something or falling down or something. You said something about falling down and poop. And I'm telling you, my dad fell down today really hard.
I'm talking about, why do you think it was... You said something about you thinking it had something to do with poop.
Oh, okay, hold on. I'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
So, yeah, so my dad just went down super hard, and I went and helped him up or whatever, and he's on blood thinners.
Yeah.
So he's going to have like a huge bruise from that. Like just from falling down. And he went down pretty hard, but he didn't hit his head or anything. He just like, I think he landed pretty much on his butt and his elbow or whatever.
Yeah.
Although he did say he twisted his ankle later on. But he just went down, and he's going to be purple as a plum.
Maybe a little bit of yellow.
Yeah, probably. Sometimes he gets kind of greenish yellow.
Oh, gosh.
Maybe it'll be one of those, like all the way up his side.
That'll be our
hopefully it's
profile
not that
picture.
bad. I don't know. It should be. That's where we'll get the color scheme from.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then my dad said, how did he word it? He said, he said, that's going to leave a mark. And I said, on you or the lane? Just, I don't know. I guess it was just a quick joke. Yeah. And Adam started cracking up. And I didn't really get it. I think
Adam thought whenever he said, that's going to leave a mark, maybe he thought it was going to leave a poop mark.
That's exactly what it was.
On him.
That's exactly what it was, because I didn't think it was that funny. I'm like, well, I mean, yeah, I said he was going to leave a dent in the lane, and they're pretty tough, but I kind of wasn't really joking that much. I mean, he went down hard. And he's not a small guy, you know. So, but and then whenever Adam finally gained control of himself, he said to me, he was like, I thought maybe you were just saying that he went down and left like a shark stain.
Oh, that's what I thought you were talking about.
Yeah, and I was like, I wasn't saying that at all. I was just saying that he would maybe like dent the board. And it was like, I don't know if it was a joke or what. I just said it.
Yeah.
But Adam thought it was hilarious because for some reason, it registered in his brain as being a direct fart, like a shark joke.
A shark joke is what it was.
Yeah. So I guess
that's not what it was at all.
He was immediately picturing my dad leaving a huge poop stain on the bowling alley lane.
Just, oh man.
So then my dad was like, you know, recovering from being RKO'd by a ghost straight into this lane, and Adam is just wheezing, like dying of laughter. So then he kind of like explained to my dad later, like, I wasn't laughing at you falling, I was laughing at a theoretical poop joke that didn't even happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the poop.
That was the poop aspect.
That was the poop finisher to that story.
I got you. The poop finisher. And
then we'll have to see in the future as to his true injuries, because he did say that he felt like he sprained his ankle, but you know, with that blood thinner, he could be he could look like Thanos. He could be solid purple.
Gosh,
Thanos dead. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's an awesome story.
It was okay. Except
for that your dad's going to be Thanos.
Yeah. Well, but I mean, most good stories, somebody loses in every story, right?
Yeah.
In one way or another.
I guess. I'm trying to think of a story that nobody loses.
Well, I mean, there's like wives' tales, not wives' tales, like bedtime stories or something. But as far as like a real life story, even if nobody loses, I don't know. It's like, you know, just like they say, nothing's actually free. Well, it's like nothing's actually good for everybody. Yeah. Somebody will find a way to complain about anything.
Yeah, it's true.
That you've done.
I understand that. So yeah.
Yeah. You got any bowling stories or falling stories or poop stories?
Falling stories, poop stories.
Or any combination of those?
I haven't fell in any poop here lately, so no. But you know, I've stepped in multiple dog turds.
Over the course of your life?
Over the course of my life.
Okay. I had to.
I think that's about everything.
Have you ever stepped in one barefoot?
I sure hope I never will.
I have. Barefoot, indoors,
How does it
a fresh
feel
one.
in between your toes?
That's the thing. It gets in between your toes, and it's like...
Oh, I can't imagine.
Dipping your toes into, like, microwaved pudding or something.
Oh.
It's horrible. Especially with a sick dog. And you always hope, you know, with
Viewer
little
discretion.
Dogs... Yeah, you're right. We need to stop.
No, yeah, okay. Let's start talking about poop in the toes. Yeah. I think I'm starting to smell it.
Yeah, I can smell it right now.
Oh,
it's
God.
horrible.
Okay.
And there are no dogs in here. I don't have a dog.
No dogs.
Currently. I actually can't have a dog here.
Nice.
It's like part of the lease.
Right.
Which
my old apartment, I couldn't have a dog.
Yeah. Which, you know, I would like to have a dog, certainly. But I'm kind of glad also, because that means that my neighbors don't have dogs, which means I don't get woken up by a dog barking through the wall.
Sure. Nice.
So it kind of pays off. But, you know, I want definitely whenever I would eventually buy a house,
have a dog.
Then I would want to have a dog.
Yeah.
Certainly.
As when you have
eventually.
Yeah, eventually.
Yeah.
That's always when you know you're set, you got a nice dog.
Yeah, you're right.
In your house.
At the end of the movie, when there's a time jump and it shows the happy couple, they always have a kid and a dog.
In the yard, and you're
and I don't want a kid.
Stick.
Yeah.
Throwing a stick across the yard, and
they're like, go get him Chappie or
Go
Spot.
get him Chappie, old Blue.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or like poor old Marley and me.
Mm.
Gosh.
My grandpa had a dog named Marley.
Nice.
I think he still does. Big old golden retriever.
That's what the movie is like too.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But the movie's sad, isn't it?
Movie's super sad.
I don't remember the movie. I think I've seen it. I think. I can smell dog turds right now. This is not supposed to happen.
Okay, so you haven't saw the movie Marley and Me, or you think you have?
I don't know. It's kind of an old movie at this point, isn't it? At least 10 years old or something.
It's pretty old.
15.
It's got a... What's her name?
What else is she in?
Friends.
Jennifer Aniston?
Yeah, Jennifer Aniston. I don't know how I could forget the one.
I don't know how you could either. I always had a crush on her.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't?
Yeah. She was probably my childhood celebrity crush.
Yeah, Jennifer Aniston. And
Jennifer Aniston, specifically
what's his
Friends.
name? Will something?
Will
Blonde
Wheaton?
hair. Kind of like right here-ish. I don't think it was
Will.
I don't think it was Will.
Will?
No, I don't know.
Are you talking about an actor, though? Right?
The actor. Not the
what else?
name
Okay,
of the
all
character.
right. We'll figure it out. What else is he
So
in?
the guy, and then Jennifer Aniston.
A guy named Will.
And
Will Smith.
Not Will Smith.
With his iconic blonde hair.
Gosh. Oh.
Will,
I don't think it was Will.
Okay,
But-
what else is he in? Or do you even know?
I don't know.
Okay, anyway, Jennifer Aniston, more importantly.
Yeah, Jennifer
And a dog.
Aniston. And a dog. And
the dog dies. Shirley?
At the end, Shirley.
Every
does.
sad dog movie, a dog dies.
Yeah.
That's like the sad part of the movie.
Yeah.
Like Old Yeller or whatever.
Old Yeller, yeah, I watched that with my dad.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm about to find this out.
Spoiler alert for Old Yeller.
It's not. His first name's not Will. His first name's Owen, and it's Owen Wilson.
Owen Wilson, yeah.
Owen Wilson, Jennifer Aniston. Those are the two actors.
Interesting duo.
Yeah, they were actually really good in that movie. So they get the dog, and they build a relationship with it.
I think I have seen that. Now that you say Owen Wilson, I feel
you
like
probably have. I mean, it's a pretty popular movie.
I feel. Yeah, I think I've definitely seen that.
I think everybody's seen Marley and Me almost.
It's not really a comedy though, right?
No,
I mean, it's kind of a lighthearted sad movie.
It's got comedy in it. I'd say it's a comedy, but it's really sad.
It's a dark comedy? No.
No, not dark.
Because they don't laugh at the dog dying, probably.
No, Jesus, no.
So it's a comedic drama, perhaps.
Yeah, I think so.
Or dramatic comedy.
I think a dramatic comedy sounds it. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe we should. I'm not gonna look it up.
No.
No.
Adam? He's not here yet. Give him a few years, and he'll be.
And those of you who don't know who Adam is, maybe Anthony.
Well,
maybe we should just wait until he gets on the show to know, like, for people to know
I don't
who
think
he
it's
is.
really a secret, but I also don't think it's a great reveal or anything.
I mean, you just told the story about you, him, and
he's just my brother.
He's just it's his brother. That's Adam's his brother.
Right.
For all of you.
There's no epic story to like how we met atop of
Adam's
mountain.
not some sort of like.
He's not a wizard.
Or you're a wizard, Adam. It's not.
He's not.
He's not some sort of. I mean, we wish he was.
He could be.
He secretly is.
Well, he is in some ways. I'm just gonna leave that being.
Adam is a man of himself. I don't know. Maybe he's not even a man yet. I don't know.
He's 17, I think.
He's close.
Yeah, he's 17. So
yeah,
almost 17 and a half.
Nice. He's probably like 30 now. Watching this video.
I thought that. Wait, what?
Oh,
I thought
that's
this
a
was
long
just a couple
time.
years.
Yeah.
30.
He's
that's
20.
13 years.
He's
then.
20. He's 20, and we're pretty
so
popular.
I'll be 34 at that point. Right.
34?
Of course, we're popular.
I can't imagine any of us being 34. I couldn't imagine us 10 years ago being 20.
It's
21.
weird. I can't say that I really remember thinking about my age 10 years ago. Like when I was 11?
No, I wasn't thinking about my age.
12?
When I was about
remember
16
thinking,
is when I was thinking about what it would be like being like 20, 21.
Yeah.
16, I think, is when I started talking.
Yeah, and I guess now I think about maybe like 25 or 28. Maybe what will life be like then? Maybe I sometimes think that, but I don't know. I don't really try to actively think about what life will actually be like when I'm 45.
Yeah, I don't
because
think
who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
I could be married. I could be dead.
Good.
I could be undead.
You could be the best. We could be the best podcasting duo in history.
We could be. I could be a cyborg by that point. And you just plug the microphone straight in my head.
You could be the flying Lamborghini and it's or a Ferrari, flying
I'll
Ferrari.
I'll be a flying Ferrari, but you don't get to drive me. You have your own.
It
doesn't have a person in it, and I'll just fly next to you in mine.
Right.
My flying.
Everybody will be
a car.
A car.
Except for you, and that's why we'll be famous.
Yeah.
You're the last human that's not a cyborg.
Right.
So you better hold to that. When everybody's talking about the new chips that you put in your head and the things that you put in your hand and your
we'll
ears
all have
and your
an
eyes.
avatar. How about that? We'll all control the best version
a blue
of ourselves.
person. A large blue person with a
Speaking
with
of
a tail.
Avatar, I can't wait for that movie to come out. I just wanted to say that.
Avatar 2?
Yeah, I don't know if you like that movie a lot, but I loved it.
It was fine.
It was fine to you.
That's kind of what I think about the first Avatar. It was fine.
You didn't like it.
I don't think it's spectacular. I don't think it's amazing. I haven't rewatched it in years.
I had rewatched it. I had rewatched it to the point where I think I knew like almost every line.
What do you like so much about it? The special effects or the fact that it's big blue people?
The fantasy of it is what I like about it. Like the not so realness of like our world. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just think that I like movies like that because, like I said, it's not something normal, but it is in a weird way.
You like sci-fi. You like near future sci-fi.
Kinda, yeah.
That movie's not too far in the future, is it? Like it's not like hundreds of years, is it? Or is it?
I think it's hundreds.
It's like 2500s?
22 something.
Okay.
2230 or something.
2230, and by then we'll have giant blue people.
They're in their own world.
Okay, but you know the scene where they're in the woods and they take their tails and
they connect.
They do the weird tail sex thing.
It's not a sex thing. I mean,
isn't that how they reproduce though?
No.
And they're like making. I feel like they're kind of making some faces and stuff.
I mean, they are.
Like,
they are.
Like at the very least,
they made it, but that's like a way that they connect with Awa, their god of sorts.
Oh. So it's like a spiritual.
It's a spiritual thing.
So they're like a cult. That's what it sounds like to me.
A cult?
They sound like
That's
a
what
cult.
you got out of that? A cult?
That's not what I got out of the movie, but out of your description, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I don't think it's a cult.
Sex cult.
No, it's not a sex cult.
With tails.
No, they're just, they live on their own planet, and humans invaded their planet. Reminding this.
And then they're at war.
They're at war with them.
Wait, what are they mining?
They're mining this expensive metal, or expensive ore of some sort, and it's like worth like $3 million a kilo or something like what he said in the movie.
Okay.
The whole reason we're here, $3 million
because it's
a
really
kilo,
strong.
Because it's worth a lot of money.
It's precious.
It's precious to humans.
Okay.
And the blue people don't think that they're mining it, but they kind of do because they're destroying.
But they're like destroying their habitat.
Destroying their habitat. And they're just not liking it.
But
there's
they're
also
big, aren't they? Aren't they like 10 foot tall? Or
they're
10
foot tall, like 14 foot tall or something like that. They play on like 30-foot basketball goals. It's crazy. I saw that scene in there. But yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the whole point of the movie.
Jake, right?
Jake Sully.
I don't know why I know his name, but I just for some reason remember. I've always
Jake,
remembered it's Jake.
Mm-hmm. They got like 5 movies planned, by the way.
Yeah, well, they've been saying that since 2008.
2021.
They've always been saying we're making
100
sequels, and we're making them right now.
I'm hoping that that's next year, but never know.
I don't know. Wouldn't they have announced it officially, or have they?
They have announced it officially.
Well, I can see it actually moving now that it's under Disney.
Yeah.
Because Disney wants that money. They'll just get things moving.
They're in it, man. They're in it for the money.
Yeah. So I could see that finally actually happening.
Yeah.
But I remember the rumor back then was like that they were filming 2, 3, and 4 at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, they were just filming them all, and it's just going to be
all
like a mass movie.
I don't think it was a... Yeah, they were planning on that, I think.
But Avatar was the biggest movie, like the most successful movie ever.
One of the first successful like special effects movie.
But I think it was in the theaters for like 6 or 8 months.
It was.
So that's why it has such a huge.
Like
that's
everybody,
part of why the box office is
yeah,
so big.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
And now it's been passed by a couple movies, hasn't it?
Yeah, I'm sure. It's an old movie though.
I think it's been passed by
2000s, like not even the teens. I think it was like made in the 2000s.
I think it's 2008.
2008. Yeah, it sounds right.
Or something around there. But that's what rings a bell to me. It's 2008. And again, it was fine. I don't hate the movie, but I'm not going to go out of my way to rewatch it.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And maybe part of that is
I have a different opinion because I love it.
Okay, tell me what's so great about it, other than that they have weird tail
It's just something about me that I loved about it. I don't know. I get drawn back to the movie every time I see it pop up on Disney Plus. Like,
okay,
I've watched it 4 times already.
Gotcha. So it's just your kind of.
It's just my kind of movie.
Adventure.
Yeah, I don't know what about it I like, or
gotcha.
I just get drawn to it. I guess there's certain movies that are like that to me too.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's certain movies that you like about it too.
Yeah,
or certain movies that you like that I might not like.
Have you ever watched the movie Sahara?
Sahara. I might have.
That is like my favorite movie that nobody ever knows about. Because anytime I talk about Sahara, nobody has any idea what I'm talking about. Which is a shame because it's a fantastic movie. It's Matthew McConaughey.
I love Matthew McConaughey, by the way.
That one chick, Penelope Cruz. Steve, I think his name is Steve Zahn. Steve Zane.
What's the movie about? I need a little.
It's like Matthew McConaughey and his pal go on, like, they're like treasure hunters.
Okay.
But in the modern day.
Okay.
And they're, looking for this warship that was lost. And without spoiling anything, basically, there's Penelope Cruz's character works for the World Health Organization, and she's chasing some virus down or something, I forget. And then Matthew McConaughey and Steve Zahn, or Jake Zahn, or whatever his name is, the other guy, they're like trying to chase this thing down, and then there are these bad guys that are after him, of course, and they shoot each other, and things explode, and there's fun jokes and great music.
Gotcha.
There's excellent music.
I don't think I've ever watched it.
Wonderful soundtrack. It's so good.
How old is it?
I would say again, it's probably like 2008.
2008?
Maybe 2010.
Okay. Yeah, I never watched
Excellent movie though. It's so good. It's one that like nobody. Anytime I say, "Oh yeah, that's one of my go-to like random rewatch movies," it's not like a trilogy or whatever, a series of any sort. Like as far as one-off movies that are like kind of a action comedy adventure type movie, that's like top of the line.
Yeah. I got you. Yeah. Like a single movie.
Yes.
That you like.
And I always love anything that's like treasure hunting, which I think stems from me always loving Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
So then anything, even anybody else that's hunting treasure is like, I'm going to like it.
And I never really I never really watched Indiana Jones when I was a little bit younger. I've watched it. Don't get me wrong. I've watched Indiana Jones. But I didn't watch it. I don't think I've watched it
like extensively.
Yeah.
Like I did.
Just like with Star Wars. Like I explained this the other day. I watched it. I've watched a couple of movies, but I didn't actually watch them and try to pay attention. Mm-hmm. When I watched, so that's the same with Indiana Jones for me. When I watched them, I didn't try to pay attention. I was just kind of there.
It was like background noise.
Yeah, exactly. But I feel like if I were to watch these movies now, I feel like I'd have a different view on them. Like I might actually like them.
I think, you have to like Raiders of the Lost Ark, the first Indiana Jones. It is just, it's amazing. It's incredible. I think it's one of the best movies. It's probably tied for me with my favorite movie of all time. It might even take the lead. It might even be my favorite movie of all time. Raiders of the Lost Ark. You definitely need to at least watch that one.
I'll probably have to watch those.
And when you watch, and I don't think, at least in the original trilogy of them, none of them are bad at all. They're all excellent. And then the fourth one is a bit more up to debate on whether it was good or bad.
Okay.
But Shia LaBeouf's in that one, so you got to watch it for that reason.
I need to watch every movie that Shia LaBeouf's in.
You do.
Shia LaBeouf is our god, basically.
He's just do it. I mean, he's a great motivational speaker.
Dude, he's awesome. I love it.
I'm probably getting too far away from the mic when I'm back here, aren't I?
Yeah, I'd say you are.
Yeah, probably.
I'd say you are.
Look how small my. Okay, now what if I'm back? I guess I kind of got to do that.
They're gonna hear the difference. Yeah, you can see the little spikes.
Yeah.
Right here is about perfect
okay.
range.
Yeah.
When we get a little loud, it'll. I didn't really get loud there.
Yeah.
Man, I don't got a loud voice.
Apparently, you have quite the interesting voice.
Yeah.
That makes people severely misjudge you. Oh, I don't know what that was.
That might have been me.
That was a sharp spike. Yeah.
That was a very sharp spike.
Maybe that was you laughing.
Maybe it could have been.
Laugh again.
I
laugh on command.
I can't laugh on command.
It's a shame.
Okay. So yeah.
Anyway, we gotta cover that up. We need horse blinders so we can only look forward.
Wear horse blinders while we're doing our podcast.
We need to wear horse blinders. And
we could put a cover over it and just put something where we can see the time.
Yeah. Where is the time?
No. We could.
Okay, hold on. Wait. Be careful touching stuff.
Yeah, I know. This is our time.
I feel like we're gonna accidentally delete this.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna delete it. I wonder if I click this.
Okay, you make me nervous clicking stuff, man. You know how I am with computers.
I know.
Not good.
Okay, I won't touch on it. I don't think it's bothering us that much.
No, certainly not. It's just like
we're getting drawn to
staring me
it.
down.
Yeah, we're staring it down. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, we're talking about the wavelengths of the sound on our Audacity.
Yes, on Audacity, because I could not download
GarageBand
on my old Mac. But Audacity,
I've heard, is better. That's what all the experts say.
According to all the experts, which is
Adam.
over FaceTime.
Adam is the
Maybe he is a wizard.
expert.
He's clearly a wizard.
He's
because,
a wizard.
Boom. Here we are on Audacity, and it appears to be recording.
We don't need GarageBand.
No, we don't. I have a garage. Yeah. And we can start a band, and we can record it on here.
Except we don't want a band. We have a garage podcast.
Garage Pod.
But that
would be a good name, I think.
But we're not. No. We are Monkey
Gland. No, we're Monkey Gland or the Monkey Gland Podcast or Monkey Gland
with
Pod.
Anthony and Kade.
Yeah, something along those lines. Monkey Gland is the definite part.
Yeah.
Monkey Gland, right here.
Right. Nice.
I can't decide, like, how does it sound out of context? Monkey Gland.
It's
like,
just,
does it sound like...
It doesn't have to make sense.
Does it sound like a product, though? Because I feel like it kind of does. When you hear Monkey Gland, I feel like you're not thinking of a gland of a monkey. I don't know. It just... This is going to make no sense, but I'm saying it anyway. It's like the letters sound capitalized in Monkey Gland. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It sounds like a proper noun.
I understand. Yeah.
Monkey Gland. Proper noun. Monkey Gland Pod. Parentheses cast. Not bad.
I think it sounds good. I like it. I mean, it might sound like a product. But
well, no, but it is, though. It's the product of you and I recording our speech.
Yeah, it is.
Or however that guy on that horrible video said it for 22
We're not going to say the name of that guy.
No.
Because, you know, he's doing better than us.
May God rest his soul. He's not dead, but, man, his career should be, because that was terrible. We got 45 seconds into his 22-minute video, and we're just like, okay, we got to skip forward about
he's probably
15 minutes.
He's probably doing better than us, though. I mean, he is doing better than us right now.
Because he has at least one view, which was us. And we currently have none because we're still recording.
Yeah.
No, he probably had hundreds of thousands.
Yeah, maybe.
So, I don't know. Good luck to him, but...
I feel like we got your computer running nice and smooth now.
Yeah. I think the issue was in something about my Gmail account or something.
We
kept saying...
We screwed that account over, and now we got to own the account.
My phone's going to stop working now.
Yeah.
I don't know what the deal was. Something about my Apple ID?
Yeah, it was your Apple ID. It was wanting to, I guess, confirm that was you.
It was wanting to probably steal my information or something.
That's what it was.
Like Alexa.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not a conspiracy theorist or anything.
No, me neither.
But I don't particularly want an Alexa. Which, I mean, I guess with me having an Xbox Connect, or even...
That's Cortana.
Or even right, but I mean, it's still an ever-listening being.
Yeah, it is.
It
pops up whenever...
Off,
whenever... It's kind of getting off topic, but we're the
Monkey Gland Podcast. We're going on a Monkey Gland. Go on your Monkey Gland.
Okay, so whenever we were playing PUBG, we played PUBG a lot. Whoever doesn't know what PUBG is, it's playing on Battlegrounds. We used to play that on PUBG. Yeah, we used to play that on Xbox all the time a couple of years ago.
It was terrible.
And we'd be in party chat sometimes, and we'd say something or do a call out, and Cortana would pop up, and I couldn't play my game anymore.
Yeah, she would pop up.
And we would be in the middle of a gunfight. We were in the middle of a gunfight after Anthony just sniped somebody or something.
Yeah, we're like guys to the south. You know.
Yeah, and then
two
Cortana's
guys to the
like,
south
yes,
on the hill
you
or something.
Me?
Cortana's like, you beckoned, master? But really, she's just sentencing us to death. Because we'd peek out the window, and then she would pop up, and it probably for 2 whole seconds when you say it pauses your game.
Yeah,
not actually pauses,
and then you
just lose
you have to cancel it or say Cortana stop, and she would never listen when you say stop. She just wants to hear you say Cortana.
Yeah.
Or whatever word summons her.
Yeah, I turned mine off, and I think Xbox changed it again. Because remember, it used to be Xbox. You used to say Xbox, do this.
Yeah.
Then they changed it to Cortana. And then my Xbox started popping up all the time, always saying, it's not Cortana anymore. And I'm like, I'm not even saying Cortana. I'm sitting on the couch listening to music with my Xbox idly sitting on YouTube, not even playing anything.
Yeah.
And it just constantly pops up like, did he? You know, it's not Cortana anymore. Please blah blah blah, and I'm like, I've
if it's
done
not
nothing.
Cortana,
Stop boning me.
If it's not Cortana anymore, then why would they?
Exactly.
Why would it pop up as Cortana?
Exactly.
If
it's not Cortana
purpose.
and it's not Xbox, and then because it boned me a million times, anytime I would listen to music or watch a video or something on my phone, it would constantly pop up. Like every 30 seconds, it's like, and it makes a noise, or else it wouldn't bother me. But it makes it like noise of like, stop trying to talk to
recognition.
me. And then I tried to talk to it, and I tried to call it Cortana, and all it would say is, "I'm not Cortana." Like it would just say Cortana not applicable. Go to your Xbox settings or whatever. And then I would say Xbox, and it still wouldn't do it. So I don't know what it wants me to call it, but I just want it to stop bothering me.
Yeah.
I think I remember I used to actually say, Xbox record that, or hey Cortana record that. I think by the time I said that, it was before Cortana. It was just Xbox. But you would just hear me over the Xbox party quite often just go, Xbox record that.
I always just
and then it was great.
The home button. Why?
And that's what I do now.
Yeah.
That's what I do now because, if you say Xbox record that, sometimes it doesn't work anyway.
Yeah.
And then you've screwed up your recording, by missing valuable material there.
Right.
In that 3 seconds that it takes you to realize that Xbox is not going to work.
Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Do you remember this video? Man, this is a mega throwback because I was... wait, how many grades below me were you? Just one?
I'm just one grade below you.
I think that this was when I was a sophomore.
I was a freshman.
You know who I was dating then?
Yes.
You were a freshman, and you were sitting with us in some, assembly thing. I don't think we had the same lunch hour.
No.
But
we never
it
did.
Was some weird thing where, I don't know, our section of the school was, doing meetings and doing testing or something. I don't know. Somehow we ended up having lunch together. And And we were watching that video over and over again on my phone of us playing GTA, or of me playing GTA. I don't remember if it was online. I think you were in the background of the video. And it was just these two guys just standing there, and I rode my bicycle over to him. I was on a BMX bike, and I tried to jump over him, but I hit him both in the head with my bike tires, and then they start fighting each other. And then they want to fight me, so then I was riding away, and I just jumped up. And I don't remember exactly what happened, but in some way I hit my head on something, and my body did a funny ragdoll. I don't really remember the details of the video. I just remember something about a BMX bike video on GTA, and it was in the area where all the flooding goes through the city.
Yeah.
The big sewer channels or whatever. I don't know what they're called.
Uh-huh.
But anyway, I don't know why I'm telling you this. But we watched this video during that lunch hour. It was you sitting with me, my girlfriend at the time, and her brother, and maybe some other people.
Yeah.
And me and you just watched this on my phone 100 times over the 30-minute lunch that we had.
100 times.
It was like a 15-second clip.
I think I remember maybe a little bit.
It was like a 15 or 20-second clip.
A clip that you recorded on Xbox.
Right, I recorded it on Xbox, and then I had the Xbox app on my phone.
Yeah, I understand.
Which at the time, my phone was probably this big, because it was an iPhone 4, which compared to my phone now, it's absolutely tiny. It's actually right over there on my iHome, and it doesn't work very well at all.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
That's what you remember.
I remember that specifically.
From Xbox. We have a bunch of Xbox moments.
We have a lot of Xbox moments. You remember my Car 98 headshot through the trees?
Jeez, I couldn't
even
clip.
See the guy.
I have that clip. You have that clip. I have that clip.
Yeah.
I have a version of that, and you have a version of that.
That's one
My
of the
version
finest.
of that's awesome because I'm right behind you.
Yeah.
And I'm actually zooming in on him. I haven't shooting him. You shot him. And it was
through the trees. I could not even see the guy.
It was awesome.
His
Across a river.
It was across the river. He just got out of a boat or something.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
It was exciting. And it was from far away, too. Because I was using it 8 times, I think.
Mm-hmm.
This was in early days of PUBG Xbox.
Yeah.
The very early days.
It's changed a lot.
It has. And the game still does not run that great, to be honest. It runs better. Much better than it did.
Yeah.
And
I like the experience that I play with
played
on PC and a lot better than I do on Xbox.
I bet. I don't have a PC right now, but...
We'll get you there one of these days. You have one now in the future.
Maybe I do. I don't know. It's so much money, though, that I would so much rather spend on other things. How often am I really going to use my PC? I have my Xbox. I use that all the time.
In the future, you can use your PC for podcasts.
Yeah, but then I got to be sitting I don't want to be sitting. I want to be laying. If anything that I'm watching, I want to be laying. So I just lay on my couch.
You can lay
and watch YouTube, watch Netflix, whatever. I don't. But then look, we're talking about me buying like a $250, a baller chair. Yeah. Oh, what have I done?
All right, just click the X button up there.
Oh, that's
Don't
scary.
click X on Audacity.
Please
don't.
This one.
Yes. There you go. We're still rolling. We're at the hour mark.
We're solid. Okay. Man.
We're at the hour mark, dude.
We are. It's 1 hour in.
That's pretty crazy. An hour of our first podcast. I don't think a lot of people make it to an hour in a lot of their first podcasts.
Is this too long?
No, I think it's perfect time. I think people do hour and a half podcasts, and that's
I like long podcasts.
I do too. Yeah.
To listen to at work because I just put my phone in my pocket playing the podcast.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm wearing gloves if I'm doing something.
Yeah.
And the more that I have to take off my gloves to change the podcast, the less that I enjoy my experience.
Yeah.
So I always try to find a long podcast to listen to while I'm at work.
Whenever I listen to long podcasts, it's usually on my way from where I live to here.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Which is how long of a drive? Like 45 minutes or?
3 hours.
Oh my goodness!
When I'm coming.
I did not know.
So
it was that bad.
I live in Lexington. So when I'm traveling from Lexington to where we are now, is it alright if we say where we live? I mean.
Yeah.
Okay, so
surely we're going to say the city that we're in.
Yeah, I mean,
just don't say where.
So from Lexington, Kentucky to Henderson, Kentucky, or from Henderson, Kentucky to Lexington, Kentucky, about 3 hours. So I listen to a really decent 2 podcasts, I'd say, one an hour, 15 minutes apiece, probably, and they're nice podcasts that I can listen to the whole trip there.
Yeah, yeah, that's really nice. It goes a long way. Yeah, I feel like now that you've disclosed our location, we're going to get hit with an orbital strike or
I think
some kind of bombing.
I think we're good.
Okay, yeah, you're right. It hasn't happened yet.
No, not yet.
And they would have sent Terminator time travel bombs.
Yeah, somehow they figured out that us. We haven't even recorded this live. We haven't posted it yet.
Well, you said that this was live.
It's not live.
Please send in mail. Is that what they do on live shows? Do they say send in mail?
You send in.
I don't watch live
PR packages.
PR packages?
Is it PR?
I don't know.
I think it's PR. PR mail or something like that.
Okay, don't do that, though. Right? Or what is
some people have a PR box.
We don't have a P.O. box.
We don't have
Oh, you're talking about a P.O. box. I didn't know what you were saying. No, yeah.
PR.
Yeah, that's like...
public relations.
Yeah, public relations or public resources. What is it? No, I can't even think of it. Personal resources?
What's P.O. though?
PR. No, I'm thinking of HR, human resources. What is going on?
I don't know.
PR is nothing. PR doesn't exist, right? Yeah. Proactive. Maybe that's PR?
Sooner or later, we'll have people sending in gifts or whatever, or fan mail.
Yes. Please, as soon as you listen to this, our first ever podcast, send us all your money that's in your bank account. Can you send money over mail? I don't think you can.
Yeah, you can send it through an app.
Yes. Please Cash App us. We don't have it. We also don't have PayPal or anything, but join our Patreon, which we don't have.
We don't have.
Buy our merch, which we don't have.
Which will be
there. Or do we? Maybe this is the future. Maybe we do.
We are speaking it into the future. Yes. That's what we've done this whole podcast. We're speaking stuff into the future.
We're speaking to you in what year do you think people are listening to?
I'm gonna say this is about 3 years later.
Okay, so
2023.
Let's call it 25.
2025.
Okay, 2025 or slightly before. If you're listening to this, give us give us all your money. It's like a robbery. Give us all your... No, don't do that. Okay, I was joking. Take all the money that you took out of your bank account. Put it back in.
We don't want your money.
We don't.
We just want your views. No,
we want... No. We want your money.
Okay.
Right? Yeah.
We just want you guys to be here, truly.
And pay us for it.
And pay us for it.
No, don't. Or do.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Which we also don't have. Are we going to have one for this?
Yeah, we will.
Okay. If you're listening to this
as soon as
I
figure out how
to
put our camera in this podcast, I will.
Oh, okay. Wait, is there a YouTube podcast section? Is that a thing? YouTube podcast?
No, I don't think so. I think people just create a channel for their podcast.
Right. I didn't know if they had an audio only service. I
don't think so.
Like everything else seems to.
Because if you saw Rent and Leak's video podcast.
Yeah. Ear biscuits and video. Yeah, I know they have those. A lot of podcast, like the Rooster Teeth
those
podcast.
are our best friends, Red and Link, at this moment
yes,
in time.
yes. They are very good friends of ours.
I'm speaking that into existence right now. I have to.
Yes, we're speaking it into existence. By 2025, we will be best pals. They definitely won't think it's weird that they're like 40.
45.
They're only 20.
They're about 47, actually.
No. They're
42. They're 42.
They're barely over 40.
They're 41. So they're about 46.
Okay, so they're 20 years older than us. Or slightly more.
Yeah.
Well,
they could be our dads.
Red and Link, I'm glad that this is not weird.
Yeah.
that you're double our age. I'm glad that we're great pals.
Yeah.
Who else are we friends with? Or maybe we shouldn't say, because then everybody that we want to say that we're friends with now, by the year 2025, they're going to have some kind of PR disaster.
Yeah.
Public relations, that's what PR is.
That's what I said.
Yeah, we were right.
The first thing I said, public relations.
You were right. And then I was thinking of human resources. So then I was thinking, anyway, if anybody gets hit with a Me Too or whatever happens to people, I don't know what it's called. PR disaster. I think that's the best term for it.
Okay, PR disaster is what it's going to be.
If you encounter a PR disaster, and we're currently about to mention you to say that we're friends in the future, then just disregard that, I guess.
Yeah, just disregard it.
Unless it's fake news. Then we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
And we'll stick by your side.
You know if you're our friends.
What other podcasts do you like? We'll give a shout out to our favorite podcasts that have inspired us to join their ranks. I'm assuming that we are, at this point, within the top ranks of all time.
Yeah, I mean,
by the time this podcast
I'm new
goes
to
out.
the podcast listening, so right now I have two that I listen to currently, which is, Ear Biscuits, Red and Link. And then I listen to one from a show that I watch, what's already over, from The Office. You heard of The Office, right?
Oh yeah, I've watched The Office.
Yeah, so
a lot.
The Office, there's this podcast.
Everybody has.
I'd say the two main female characters, Jenna Fisher and Angela Kinsey, they have a podcast called Office Ladies.
That's right, you told me about this.
And their podcast is pretty cool because they kind of explain like all the episodes and like
but it's not in character, right?
No, not in character.
Okay, yeah.
It's just themselves, and they explain like their writing processes and like just behind the scenes of the episodes and how they did it. So I like that one a lot. That's one of my favorites.
I wonder, is that like in association with the actual show?
I don't think so.
Like
they have special guests every now and then of like with the other characters. But I don't think they like did it because The Office wanted them to.
Right.
I think they just did it because they wanted to.
Right. I just wonder, are they paying royalties to The Office or something?
I don't know. They could be.
Or are they connected with it?
They could be.
Or none.
I don't think they are.
Yeah, I also listen to Ear Biscuits.
Ear Biscuits is amazing.
Pretty solid.
It's amazing.
Pretty solid. I also listen to a podcast called What Say You, which is no longer even being made.
It's not.
Rest in peace. It is extinct.
Oh, that's right. From Impractical Jokers.
Yeah, that Sal Vulcano and Brian Q. Quinn.
Yeah.
I think that those are their Twitter handles. So.
Okay. So what are the podcasts?
What other podcasts do I listen to? I listen to...
or wherever.
There's one other that I listen to.
Yeah, one other, yeah.
I listen to The Weekly Planet.
Weekly Planet, I've never heard of
which is a podcast by Mr. Sunday Movies, who's a YouTube dude. Mm-hmm. And it's basically they just talk about like comic books and movies and TV shows and yada yada, video games sometimes, stuff like that.
Like pop culture.
Yeah, all things pop culture. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Mostly it's movies on there, I would say mostly, where they talk about like movies that they like or movies that suck and why.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Or just weird old things that nobody's ever heard of.
Right.
Or classic old things that everybody's ever heard of.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a good one. I listen to that one a lot. Those guys are fun.
Yeah.
But of course, Rhett and Link are very funny.
All
of them that I like are funny.
Yeah.
Obviously, Sal and Q are funny. They've made
I don't think
TV show out of it.
The Office Ladies ones I watch. It's funny, but I don't think it's like meant to be funny.
It's more like sort of educational.
Yeah.
Or informational.
Informational, they're just telling stories.
Okay, so it's more about being interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting to me.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, I get that. I think What Say You, to me, is pretty much... It's one of my favorites to listen to, even though the ones that I listen to are all like 5 years old at this point.
Yeah.
But it's one of my favorite ones to listen to because they just talk. and they tell stories, and they just
I like those podcasts. There are
lots of podcasts like that, which I really like. Yeah, they wish they were on a glandgent.
Yeah,
they're just on tangents.
They're on tangents.
They wish they were on Monkey Glandgents because the glandgent is the way to go with the podcast.
Yeah. So, do you think it's a good stopping point, or do you think you think it's a good stopping point?
Well, I think if you have to ask that question, then it is.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, it is.
Because we don't want to have to force a glandgent. You don't have to force a glandent. Probably something bad.
Yeah.
Probably like
glandgents are organic.
Yeah. We need organic glandgents only. No hemorrhoid.
No hemorrhoid glandgents.
We don't want glandgent-related hemorrhoid cream.
So, yeah. Okay. So, this is a good stopping point.
Cool. So, we need a solid outro. Probably.
Solid outro. So, I'd say...
Thank you for listening to this podcast.
The Monkey Gland Podcast with Anthony and Kade.
Yes.
We're glad you stopped. We're glad you stopped by.
we are glad that you stopped by. Any more puns we can squeeze out?
Make sure you put your shoes on while
Adam
you're
said
pooping.
something about glandtastic.
Yeah,
Hope
you have a glandular or gland.
Yeah, he said totally glandular.
Yeah,
something like
that.
Have
a totally glandular morning, evening, afternoon, night.
Just pretend we came up with a funny riff or pun on that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, but thank you for tuning in and
solid.
I think we're done here.
Yeah, whether you're listening on Spotify,
Apple, Google Play,
Google, Amazon,
or whatever else ends up on,
and all things. Thank you for hanging out.
Yeah, we'll see you guys next time.